mad, isn't it, to be calling them such uninspired BS, and then now in 2020 they're like,
why can't they go back to Diamond and Pearl? They had so much inspiration there. Such uninspired BS.
well, let's backtrack a bit to the fun the community had. So here are sites reporting on how they covered Mystery Dungeon in that E3 2006 presentation. The phantom names Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were known at this time. They float around from the depths of the internet, but we had no information on them. And then the day after, Koro comes through. Here we go, the first scans ever about the mystical names Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. After more than a year of this name being floating around, leaks finally show up. Check it out. The male protagonist on the left, the female protagonist on the right, and a screenshot of the games. This is the first time people saw these. You can imagine how crazy they'd go because these games look 3D compared to Emerald. They're not really 3D, but they feel lifted up. To me, it felt like it was 3D. Emerald was the last game before this, and now everything's standing up. People deciphered the crap out of this. The starting home, the new Pokemon Center look. These graphics were beautiful. But Koro gave us 2 more pages. A page of a Pokemon called Munchlax, which we actually knew at the time because of the 2004 Rayquaza Deoxys movie. So people knew Munchlax existed. But what is this mysterious Pokemon on the left? This is mad, isn't it? Ruby and Sapphire didn't introduce evolutions. This is the first time a fan sees a Pokemon and they know that's not Sneasel. Flip the page and it's revealed. Sneasel has an evolution. It's the same feeling we got 16 years later seeing Obstagoon, the evolution of Lanoon. This was the last time this really happened. Sylveon was the only new evolution for an older Pokemon. A new Pokemon called Manula was revealed on the right, which is the Japanese name for Weavile. Just looking at the scan, it looks like a fake scan. It just doesn't seem believable these Pokemon are real. So you can imagine how people are believing fake scans. Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald, Sapphire, and Ruby all can do something with Diamond and Pearl. The scan does list that Diamond and Pearl are coming out later this year in fall and says that this region that you're seeing in the screenshots is called the Shino region, and that's Futaba town. This is mad hype season. It's coming out in just months and we're getting these scans. About 3 weeks later, we get the English name of Manula and it's called Weavile. Enter June. This is the prequel to the Pokemon Wonderland cover. It's June 2nd right now, and they say that on July 15th, Pokemon Wonderland will reveal some information about the new Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, as well as the new movie. But of course, Koro is a monthly magazine, and the June edition drops. They reveal that Manaphy is genderless, that the Shino region is based on Hokkaido, which is this part of Japan, which is kind of noticeable now. And then approaching the end of the month, Koro hypes up that the next edition will give you some bangers. Remember, that Pokemon Wonderland cover hasn't come out yet, so no one knows what the legendaries of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl even look like. So the big speculation was that they would be revealed. And that brings us to where I showed you the Pokemon Wonderland cover. It finally comes out, it's leaked early, and people get to see the first look at what they would call the Diamond Legendary and the Pearl Legendary. This was a big moment for Pokemon fans. A lot of people were speculating what the rest of them look like, but I'll read out some of people's reactions. This was unexpected. You're telling me. Looks like we've been Lugiafied again. Only these two have more of a laddie feel to them. I smell legendary dragons. They don't have eyes, which is unusual. The Pearl Legendary looks like a Nautilus to me. People thought Palkia looked like this. I guess the covers of the games are going to be blue for Diamond and white for Pearl. Weird cover legendaries. Looks like something a Power Ranger should be riding in. Sick. The two legendaries, which are maybe the signature ones of Diamond and Pearl, look rather rope. Bot-like, which makes them steel types maybe? The legendaries remind me of the eagle and wolf pair that is done, which is a little valid. The other one, probably for the diamond cover, looks like a horse. They thought Dialga was a horse. I think the two large Pokemon will be the game's cover Pokemon. They also seem to be version exclusive like Kyogre and Groudon. Well, this dude's a genius. I never thought someone would figure that out. I'm a bit disappointed with them. They're kind of ugly. On the cover, it shows Pachirisu, Cherrim, so people are looking at them and wondering if those were the starter Pokemon, which is just hilarious. They're losing their minds over it. I don't want to be rude, but they look a little like Digimon. Probably creators didn't have a better idea, so they created Pokemon like those. Bulbapedia says Diamond is Tayagaga, while Pearl is Ruhakia. It's close. They're slowly unmasking the words over the next few days. They're cute enough to be starter Pokemon, If they are like that, then the appearance winner is the middle one for me. The one on the left doesn't look much like a grass type though. It's Drapion, guys. So the picture they saw was a lot worse quality than this. So they just saw a sort of purple blurb, a pink blurb, and like a whitish blue blur. So they thought those were the starters. I thought there could be 2 more Plusland Minans called Time Sort and Divide. They could all have one pre-evolution called Equalus. About a week of speculating passes until AM3, who is apparently a video maker for the Nintendo DS, leaks the covers, the full box arts of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, as well as the release date of September 28 before deleting it. And people finally get a full look at these 2 legendaries. And this is what has everyone going crazy, because on the same day, Yahoo Japan Kids showed some video of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl for the first time, showing the character walking through Masago Town, as well as going to Route 219. But for the first time, people could hear the music in the background, which had people going crazy in the forums. So as you can see, all the links are dead that used to cover these news. And this brings us to when they finally revealed their names as Palkia, the Space Ruler, and Dialga, the Time Ruler. It's funny, Korokoro also tries to hype up that the anime series will feature the female protagonists from the games. And then it's just hype season. Korokoro will show you silhouettes, we try to unmask them. They show you this Pokemon that we speculate resembles Electabuzz. It's unbelievable. In the full Sinnoh map. A few days later, this kind of conference happens with battle director Shigeki Morimoto, head developer Masuda, and art director Ken Sugimori. Masuda says Sinnoh will have a large underground world. Battle director Morimoto tries to explain that Thunder Punch will now be a physical attack. The battle system will be changed dramatically. It's funny, there is this girl in the staff conference that tried to suggest that the Sinnoh starters would be fighting, psychic, and dark types. I don't think she knew, she was speculating herself, but they threw people off with that. Meanwhile, people try to get in on the action and make fake Pokemon leaks. This is one of them where they just made fake Pokemon cards of Piplup, Chimchar, and Turtwig. But what's this? It seems to be this kind of electric Pokemon. If YouTube was as popular back then, it'd be in the headlights. Brand new Pokemon leaked. But it turned out the cards are fake. On this last month, Korokoro leaks a bunch of Pokemon. The new fossils, introducing Team Galactic and Mars for the first time, and a screenshot of that legendary town in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl with the Palkia and Dialga drawn on them. And they reveal here that they are Water Dragon and Steel Dragon. This is the last month of hype as the games come out in like 2 weeks. And this is when review copies start coming out, and 4 people from Famitsu who got it early review it. 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and 9 out of 10. Which is higher than Ruby and Sapphire. And then the rest is history. There were fake leaks everywhere during this time. There was this one of, I don't even know what that was supposed to be. I guess it's the final evolution of Turtwig. It looks like a person. That got a lot of people. Here's another one called Yacho Yaisu. In August, the month before it was gonna come out, people were hyping the evolution of Pochama, who is also Piplup. So they thought this would be the center stage Pokemon. And then we have one of Hikozaru, which is Chimchar, called Tenzaru. It looks good enough to me. There weren't many fake scans back then, and the days went by really slowly. So people would look at these scans again and again, knowing they're fake, just like playing out what if possibilities in their head. Nowadays, there's fake scans everywhere. This had people's minds filled with creativity. There's also this thing, which was supposed to be the final evolution of Piplup or Pochama. It just appeared in forums one day back then, and the person who posted it said it came from a Japanese site before it was deleted. And so no one could disprove it until the games came out, and that's not Empoleon. There's of course this one which I showed you earlier, it's called Kisanda, and I think people People figured it out, it was fake right away because the copyright dates at the bottom were wrong. There's this one. I don't blame them for this. So of course, Lucario, Manaphy were Pokemon just showing out in the front for the anime side and the movie side. So people saw Lucario and knew it had to evolve from something. It's a level 3 unknown Lucario pre-evolution in the grass. How could you diminish Lucario by saying you can find his Rattata pre-evolution in Route 1? So I think with a scan like this, what they did is they used Photoshop to try their best to erase the background. So people who look closely at it, like I'll do it right now. If you just mess with the photo a bit, you can see how bad it is around the Pokemon that they tried to erase and put baby dog Riolu there. But it's early Photoshop days, so I don't blame them. So you can definitely tell the photo's been tampered with. There's of course this one called Aobasu Basu. So yeah, they thought he was an evolution of
Natoru,
which is Turtwig. Could you imagine all these people saying this is such an uninspired game? And then they expect this to win people's hearts. Come on guys, look, this is Turtwig's final evolution. This came from the same kind of fan who's complaining about the games. This is what I want Turtwig to look like when he grows up. So what's funny about this